This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN.Live, and we're at the LD Micro Invitational 2019 in Bel Air, California. With me right now is Kunwar Shailubhai, also known as Shailub, from Tiziana Life Sciences. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is TLSA. Shailub, welcome to SNN.Live.
Thank you very much, Robert. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a beautiful hotel, and this is my first time, and I'm really enjoying this conference.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you, and it's great to hear that you're enjoying the conference. So for our audience, let's get an overview of the company, and then we'll go from there.
So Tiziana Life Sciences is a NASDAQ-listed company, and it's breakthrough approaches, 2 programs, completely de-risk in liver diseases.
All right, so let's get a history of the company. When did it start, and how did you develop to where you're currently at today?
Okay, so Robert, I was a co-founder and chief scientific officer of Synergy Pharmaceutical, and my drug is already approved. It's called Trulance. While I was in Synergy, I was on board of Tiziana Life Sciences, and that is where I built the company by in-licensing technologies that I had an eye on for a few years. So Tiziana Life Sciences is focused on autoimmune and inflammatory diseases, and our approach is quite different, breakthrough. Both programs are completely de-risk.
So let's get into what makes your programs and what you're developing different from some of your peers out there.
Yes. So as you know, most of the monoclonal antibodies like Humira or Remicade, they are given injection or injectable. Our approach is, for the first time, giving it orally. And we have clinical data validating my concept. Another differentiating approach is that my anti-CD3 is the only fully human anti-CD3 antibody in the world. So we own the complete worldwide exclusive license of that technology. That's my one asset. We have already done clinical data validating my concept. My second asset is for liver cancer or hepatocellular carcinoma. Hepatocellular carcinoma is a multi-mechanism, complex etiology disease. So if you were to use one drug, which is specific, your response rate is going to be low. My approach is different. My compound is broad spectrum, and we've done phase 2 clinical study. And in July, you will see the top-line data. We already reported interim analysis data, and the data look very good. And the data that we would be reporting in July is going to be even better than that.
So what phase of the trials are we currently in that clinical data?
Okay, so in liver cancer, we completed phase 2 trial in sorafenib-resistant hepatocellular carcinoma patients. Sorafenib resistance patients are already worst cases because they don't respond to standard of care, which is sorafenib. And their survival is very poor. And with milciclib oral treatment, the data is looking very, very good. On top of it, the quality of life for cancer patient is absolutely important. My drug is safe, well tolerated, and it produces clinical activity. And I think that is where this is unique.
So is it taken with chemotherapy, or is this taken outside of it as a replacement?
Robert, that's an excellent question, because we have already done another trial too. Milciclib is right now for hepatocellular carcinoma given as a single agent. As a monotherapy, it is showing very good, very promising data. But coming back to your question, the way milciclib works, I believe that it should be able to overcome resistance of chemotherapies. So cancer patients, they go for first chemotherapy, and then they develop resistance, then they go on to second chemotherapy, they develop resistance, and by the time they go to third chemotherapy, patients are already half dead, right? I believe my compound should be able to overcome that drug resistance. And we did a trial in 16 patients who were not responding to any of the existing drug, okay? And these patients were almost on their deathbed or last leg. So 16 patients were given milciclib in combination with gemcitabine, another chemotherapy agent. All of these patients were resistant to gemcitabine. The response rate, clinical response rate, was 36%. One particular example was cancer patient of NSCLC, non-small lung cancer. And this patient was like on the last leg, couple more months. The patient took the treatment for 12 weeks, showed clinical response, went on to live additional 95 weeks. That was amazing. And same thing was true for other cancers as well. But the most important, and that is where the big market is, that my drug is able to overcome drug resistance, which is a huge market.
And, you went into this a little bit at the beginning here, but, what's your background? I mean, how did you come into all this?
Okay, I'm a biochemist by training. I've been in the pharmaceutical industry for over 30 years. I was part of the discovery team of Celebrex, and Celebrex then got approved for colon cancer. At the time, I was heading the cancer group at Monsanto. And then I quit Monsanto to start a company called Synergy Pharmaceutical as a chief scientific officer as well as inventor of this guanylate cyclase C technology, which I pioneered. And my first drug is already approved. It's called TLS. It is in the market. And my second drug, dolconatide, is in the phase 2 trial. In 2017, when my drug got approved, TLS, I left Synergy, came to Tiziana because I had passion or an eye for liver diseases and looked at two of the technologies. I brought those technologies in, and both of those are showing promising results.
Great. And so from what you can tell me as a public company, what are some of the company's growth drivers now moving forward?
Yeah, as I said, Robert, that both of my programs are in huge unmet medical need. Hepatocellular carcinoma, standard of care drugs are there, but they produce a lot of toxicities and compliance is poor. Moreover, response rate is 15%. So I began asking questions, what happens to the remaining 85% of the patients who are not responding?
Right.
My drug, I believe, is going to be able to improve the response rate. So that is huge market. Second thing is about the antibody. Everybody gives intravenous, which is poor compliance. It's not convenient, and it also has a lot of toxicities. My approach is the antibody is given orally or nasally. So it's like this, Robert, that your body is exposed to foreign antigens either through mouth or nasal. We own, being the first one, all IPs related to oral as well as for nasal. So if somebody else down the road, if they want to come to oral administration, they would have to come to us. So that is the platform technology that has huge market potential. Both of my programs have clinical data validating the approach. So that's the growth drivers. In July 2019, we'll be reporting clinical data, and that would show you that both of these technologies have huge market potential.
And where can our audience go and find more information about the company?
So please go to our website, which is www.tizianalifesciences.com.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN Live, and we're at the LD Micro Invitational 2019 in Bel Air, California. With me again has been Kunwar, Shailubhai, from Tiziana Life Sciences, publicly traded company. The symbol is TLSA. Shailu, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you.